Why, hello there. Fancy seeing you guys here on my tropical vacation. Oh, it's just so nice to get away for a little bit, you know what I mean? Take a little rest from the day-to-day stresses of life, job searching, civil unrest, a pandemic, an election, just everything going up in flames. Which has led me to be completely unhinged. Here I am, in my apartment in Chicago, pretending I'm on vacation. Is this a low? Is this sad? Perhaps. I could follow that up with something, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. Jokes aside, not jokes, but you know what I mean. I feel like I am really missing traveling right now. I love traveling. I love seeing new places, trying new things, trying new foods, meeting new people, experiencing different cultures, and I know that so many of you enjoy those things too, and you're probably missing it just like me. Now more than ever, it's becoming very apparent to me, I mean, I knew this before, but it is extra apparent that traveling is such a privilege. It's something that I'm really lucky to do and have been able to do in the past. And I'm lucky that I'm even able to daydream about future travel possibilities. I think what's gonna get us through right now is just thinking about all of the possibilities for the future, making things happen in the present to get us to those goals and dreams. So why not share our travel bucket list? I'm gonna share mine right now in this video, and if you guys wanna share yours with me in the comments, I would love to hear where you wanna go because I always wanna add to my list, and I always wanna do research about other places. So please, do not hesitate to let me know where you wanna go. My list that I came up with, I kind of brainstormed and narrowed it down to my top, I was gonna do top 10, but I did top 11. That's so unique. But I did a list of 11 places that I really, really wanna go. These are kind of my top priority places that I wanna visit. They are going to be in no particular order. Okay, I just take a brief pause in filming because I had to walk my dog. Don't remember where I left off, but now my hair is frizzy because it's raining and humid out. Love that journey for me. I think what I was saying was that I have a bigger bucket list of where I would like to travel throughout my lifetime, but I picked 11 from that list to share today because I feel like these are like my top ones. These are my top priority. This is where I will travel as soon as I am let out of this country. Gang, gang. Okay, let's get started. Number one on my list is Turkey. So this probably is not a surprise to many of you. My husband was born and raised in Turkey, and we actually were planning a trip there this fall. We were supposed to go this fall. Knife to the heart, but it's fine. We were gonna go this fall, visit his family, see his parents, and that is obviously not happening. I want to go there because that is where my husband grew up. I want to see where he grew up, where he lived, where he went to school, the city he was raised in. He was raised in Istanbul. So Istanbul just sounds absolutely incredible. All the pictures just look so amazing. Istanbul just seems like such an interesting mesh of Europe and Asia. And I think it would be really cool to see how those two different regions kind of combine into this one city. It's a massive city. I can't even fathom it. Barsh, I think, said that it's like 4 times the size of Chicago population-wise. Shooketh, that's so many people. It's bigger than New York City, like it's crazy. So I just feel like it'd be a really cool thing to see. And plus their architecture is beautiful. The city is on water, so it looks incredible. It looks beautiful. I cannot wait to go there. Hopefully that'll be our first trip whenever we are able to travel internationally again. Fingers crossed. Another place I really want to go to in Turkey is Cappadocia. I think I'm saying that right. It is incredible. I'm gonna put pictures here obviously, but they're known for these kind of rock formations. And I guess early Christians lived in these caves. And I don't know if people still live there now. I kind of think they do. It's like wild. So I would love to see those formations, so cool. But Cappadocia is really famous for their hot air balloons. Picture here. Oh my gosh, I've never been in a hot air balloon and I would love for my first time to be in Turkey. How freaking cool is that? So I definitely want to do that. They also have these really fancy, really cool looking cave hotels, which gotta be a part of that. Looks amazing. So I don't know, I just feel like we would have the best time in Turkey, so I literally cannot wait to go. Next on my list is Ireland. I want to go to Ireland so bad. I was really hoping that when we were planning our trip to Turkey this fall that we'd also be able to tie in a few days in Ireland. Obviously none of that's happening, but I want to go to Ireland so bad. It is the land of my people. Thanks Ancestry DNA for pointing that one out. I just think that Dublin looks like the coolest city. Lots of coffee shops, lots of pubs, good restaurants, cute shops. I don't know, it looks like the type of city that I love. So I really want to go to Dublin. I also want to go to the cliffs of Moher. Is that how you say it, Moher? But I want to go to the cliffs in Ireland. They look so stunning. I want to go so bad. People say that it's like a must see. So I definitely want to do that when we go. Honestly, I would just love to drive through Ireland and go to every single city and just check out the scene. All of my friends who have gone absolutely loved it and raved about it, so Ireland is definitely top of the list. Next on the list is Japan. Now, some of you may be thinking, Christy, you've already been to Japan. How can it be on your bucket list? You've already gone. Well, let me tell you, friends, I want to go again. I loved Japan so much that it is now on my bucket list to return to Japan and spend like a month there. And travel by train through the country, spend multiple days in Tokyo, maybe a week in Tokyo, time in Kyoto, and just see every possible thing that there is to see in Japan. I just love Japanese culture. I love their entertainment. They have amazing bars, restaurants. I will say that at least in Tokyo, the coffee was no bueno, but they had amazing matcha, they have amazing tea, and I'll take it. Plus like their food, Japanese food is my absolute favorite. Oh my God. So freaking good. So it's definitely on my bucket list to go spend an extended amount of time in Japan. Oh my gosh, like Kyoto just looks like so cute and pretty. I just want to go so bad. So yes, Japan is still on the list, even though I've already gone. Next on my list is Banff in Canada. Now, I am not a super outdoorsy person. I like a hike. I like to take in a scenic view. But it's not like I'm gonna go out of my way for my, like, one of my vacations of the year. Like if we're taking one big trip a year, let's say, I'm not gonna pick somewhere where I have to like camp extensively. Would I love to see like Wyoming, Montana, where it's all beautiful and naturey? Yes, but I wanna stay at like the nice like glamping resorts. You see what I'm saying? Banff in Canada looks absolutely stunning. Like all of the pictures I've seen of it, it looks unreal. I cannot believe that a place so beautiful exists, and it is just in our neighbors to the north. So I would love to go there. A lot of people are recommending a certain hotel. The name is escaping me. I'll put it up here though. The pictures of the hotel are insane. Like, who do I think I am staying at this hotel? But I would love to. It looks amazing. There's actually quite a few places in Canada that I'd like to go. I've been to Toronto and I love Toronto. I really want to go to Vancouver. I really want to go to Montreal. And I really want to spend a Christmas season in Quebec City because truly it looks like a Christmas village. So I would love to go there in December sometime and take in all of the Christmassy feelings. Oh, I would just love it so much. So basically Canada, 2021, 2022, I'm coming for you. France is also on my list. I've never been to France. I would love to go to Paris. I would love to go to the south of France. I don't know, Paris is just one of those places that I've always wanted to go ever since I was a teenager. I haven't gone yet. I just feel like there's so many sights to see in Paris. I feel like Paris has such a specific vibe and mood, and I would love to be there and just like take it all in. I truly feel like I would probably spend all of my time in Paris just wandering the streets and sitting at cafes, eating croissants and drinking coffee, which sounds like a dream. So, I mean, truly, doesn't that sound idyllic? Like, that sounds perfect. Just drinking some lattes with a pain au chocolat on a street corner in Paris, wearing a beret, people watching, some beautiful French music playing in the background, the Eiffel Tower sparkling in the distance. God, I can see it now. Did I say I'd also want to go to the south of France? Because I would also love to see the south of France. It looks absolutely stunning. I would love to go there as well. I figure if I go to Paris, might as well go to the south of France as well and be fancy as hell. I rhymed and I didn't mean to. Next on my list is Australia and New Zealand. Now, I know they're two different places, but I figure if I'm ever gonna take that long ass freaking flight, you bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to both Australia and New Zealand. We are doing both. There's like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm not even planning the trip yet and I already have anxiety about how long that flight is. I mean, I'm a really good flyer. I love to fly. No problem flying. But I do feel like it reaches a point when you're on a very long flight where you're just like, I'm in a tin can in the sky. All I can do is sit here and watch movies and look at my phone or read a book. And it's just after a while, you just like want to go out and like get the fresh air, move about more than just moving about the cabin. You know what I mean? So I think a flight to Australia is like 20 hours from the States. That's really long. So we're doing both. Oh, all this to say, I would do both. New Zealand and Australia. Wow, that was such a tangent for something so simple. Anyway, I want to go to Australia. I've wanted to go to Australia ever since I watched Our Lips Are Sealed, starring Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. That movie is a vibe, and that is what I want to emulate on my trip to Australia. I mean, minus the witness protection program, minus like the surfer boys because I'm married. Plus the adventure, plus the roller coasters. Mostly I just want to see the sights. Like I want to go to some cool cities. That's like all I mean by this. I do want to go to the beaches though. Like the beaches in Australia look absolutely beautiful. I definitely want to check that out. I want to check out the cities. I don't know. I feel like I could spend a lot of time in Australia. Australia. It's a big country. Anyway, I also want to go to New Zealand because anybody I know who has been there, any story I've read about somebody visiting New Zealand, they say that it is hands down the best and coolest and most phenomenal place they've ever been. So I have to go to New Zealand. I feel like it's probably outdoorsy. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge, but I feel like I need to see it. Everyone loves it. So Australia and New Zealand, definitely on the list. Next on my list, I have London and Edinburgh. I don't know if I'm saying that right either. I think I am. So I've actually been to London, but I went to London when I was like 15 years old, and I would love to go as an adult and revisit everything that I saw there plus more. I'm pretty sure I had my first alcoholic drink on that trip. Yeah, I think I had a beer at a pub. Memories, baby Christy. Anyway, I would love to go back to London. So much history, so many interesting things to see. The city of London itself is just beautiful. I love the historical aspect of London. There's so much history there, so many cool museums, so many cool sights to see. Their shopping is phenomenal. I mean, amazing restaurants, coffee. I feel like anything you would want is in London, and I would love to visit it as an adult. Plus, like, all the little neighborhoods are so cute, and there's so many cool things to do. I just want to go back so bad. So I've never been to Scotland, and I definitely want to go to Edinburgh because, oh my God, I didn't even say the thing that I want to do most in London, which is do anything that's Harry Potter related. Hello? Any Harry Potter tour, any Harry Potter anything, I want to go be a part of. So that's obviously happening if I ever go back to London, which I will eventually. But I also want to go to Edinburgh. I've never been to Scotland, and the pictures of Edinburgh just like blow my mind because it just looks like a bunch of castles, looks like a bunch of cool shit, and I'm sure it's not all looking like that. I'm sure like the city, like, you know, looks like a city, but it just looks really cool. I don't know much about it, but I figure, again, if I'm over there, might as well go to London and Edinburgh. So that's definitely on my list. It just looks like a really cool, unique city. Up next, we have Norway because this bitch wants to see the Northern Lights. This might sound basic as hell, but I want to stay in those glass igloos. It just looks like the coolest experience. Like imagine being in your glass igloo looking at the Northern Lights. Like that is insanity. I will spend however much money it costs. Actually, I should look that up. Anyway, it's a moot point. Future Christy will worry about the price. I just really want to see the Northern Lights. I would love to go to Norway. I just think it seems like the coolest experience. I mean, imagine being able to see the Northern Lights in your lifetime, up close, in a glass igloo. That would be crazy cool. So I definitely want to do that. Another place on my list is Havana, Cuba, which I was supposed to go there in March and we had to cancel the trip because of COVID. But in doing all of the research for that trip, Havana is just so freaking cool. Like it's truly like going to a different time. They have amazing restaurants, amazing bars, amazing food, amazing beaches, and I just feel like it's a totally different experience than traveling like anywhere in the States, anywhere that I've been. It's just a totally different experience. So I can't wait for us to reschedule that trip. We had actually booked an Airbnb for the trip, and it's really cool because a lot of the Airbnbs you book, the people that own it will actually like make you breakfast for an extra like $5 per person a day. And they make you this like amazing authentic breakfast, and I just thought that that was so cute and so cool, and I love it so much. and I'm still so sad that we couldn't go, but that's okay. We will go in the future. I literally can't wait. I mean, Ernest Hemingway's house. Drinking a mojito in Havana. God. Next up on my list is Thailand. I would love to go to Thailand. The beaches look amazing, the cities look amazing. It just seems like a really cool and interesting culture to experience firsthand. I would love to check out the beaches. I would try all of the food. So Thailand is definitely on my list. A lot of my friends have been there and absolutely loved it, so I definitely want to go to Thailand. The last place on my list right now is Mexico City. So one of my coworkers went to Mexico City earlier this year before all the COVID stuff started happening, and she and her husband just had an incredible time. They had so much good food. She said there's so many cool neighborhoods, so many cool sights to see, and she said it was just really fun to walk around these different neighborhoods, trying different foods, just trying different drinks, and I don't know, I just feel like Mexico City just seems like a very cool city. I need to do more research to see what other things I would want to do there besides stuff my face and have a lot of drinks, but I mean, I've been to Mexico before, and I think that the culture is really interesting in Mexico. So I definitely would love to go to Mexico City, get to know some of the sites they have there, and yeah, just check out the scene. Well, I guess that's it, you guys. This was a quick vacation. This was really fun though. I really like talking about traveling. I love talking about where people have traveled to, where they want to go. I would love to know where you guys want to go when it's easy for us to travel again. Sometimes daydreaming about traveling is enough to put me in a good mood. So this was really fun. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do so below. It really does help me out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.